What's up, everybody? I'm Jim.
I'm Kayla.
And welcome back to Meteorology Monday. Sorry, I didn't know you wanted to say it. Hey, everybody. I'm Jim.
I'm Kayla.
And welcome to another Meteorology Monday. Today, we're going to do another Meteorologists React video. Today's video is day after tomorrow.
So, Wednesday?
I totally lost it on that one. Because I kind of just stared down at the movie and I'm like, what the heck is she talking about? So, Wednesday. Today is... Today's Saturday.
But when we post it, it'll be Monday. Alright, so the first clip from the movie Day After Tomorrow is LA tornadoes.
Now this scene, we're set up in a helicopter flying over downtown LA, and you're going to see all these tornadoes spinning about, so that's what we're going to take a look at right now. Oh my.
That's a lot of tornadoes.
That's a lot of tornadoes.
That's a lot of tornadoes.
And we're just going to casually fly between all the tornadoes.
All of them. Oh no, not the Hollywood sign! Did you see how it curved specifically just to hit the Hollywood sign?
Just to take out the Hollywood sign.
This one's taking out Capitol Records. How are they flying so close to these? These are destroying entire buildings, yet it's not strong enough to take down a helicopter. Let's pause it here real quick.
And you got the helicopter guy saying, and look at all these people down there, shame on them for taking the videos.
He's up there
and
recording
he's 1,200 feet in the air shooting at the tornado. And filming them shooting the tornado.
Why is he out if he's yelling at people?
Oh, that one disappeared.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look. Hey, I've seen that on another movie, too.
Swerve! Avoid the cars! Avoid the cars!
We got cows!
We got cows!
In downtown LA!
He's still outside after yelling at them to get inside. This one's
Yeah, because that's where every normal human being will stand when they see the Capitol building being torn up by a tornado. Bullseye.
That's right behind me. That's a tornado.
Remember, this is LA.
This is
They
LA.
haven't seen these, so he has to describe it.
It's not even raining though, so at least it's still accurate to LA.
If you notice that entire scene when the helicopter flies in and there's 3 tornadoes spinning around, there's no rain at all.
At all.
It doesn't look like it.
There's no wall clouds.
No wall clouds.
It's actually sunny on the other side over there, I believe.
Southern California weather, baby.
Is that a
Richter scale?
Is that a seismic scanner type thing? A tornado's causing an earthquake now? Does that actually happen? Can earthquakes cause?
Well, I don't know. I guess depends on how far down the measuring device is.
True.
For the seismic activity. If it's close to the surface, I would
surface.
say yeah, but I don't know how far down they actually put those. So.
To be researched later. Why is the janitor still cleaning the floors? Oh my gosh!
Another bullseye!
This tornado's better at bowling than I am.
And it missed the van completely.
Yeah, they're still able to record it, but they took out the reporter.
The camera guy just films it as if nothing ever happened. Here we go. We're just gonna follow this thing.
Give that man a pay raise. It's huge. It's going so slow now, though. Don't stand by the windows. He's still waxing the floors.
He's got the headset on.
He can't hear anything.
Maybe he was thinking it was an earthquake or something.
I still wouldn't keep waxing the floor than an earthquake. This is the coolest shot.
That's pretty cool.
So serene. No music. Then off in the distance. This massive...
Okay, so on that last part, so it looked like it took off the one side of the building, but then it looks like it's intact on the other side, and that's where the tornado is.
Right.
It doesn't look like it sheared the building consistently. It looks like it's just this one side that the camera's facing. The side where the tornado would have gone through.
The tornado's behind the entire building. It's like miles in the other direction.
Yeah, you would expect this one side to look like this here, all sheared off. It looks like it's a solid outside wall. Interesting.
It did another little loop thing to get an important like icon in the Hollywood area, and
Kind of like when
just
you're
kept going.
making a cake mix in a bowl and you get the beaters right up to the edge and it just kind of scoops out that one part and you back it off and you move it around, and it's kind of like maybe what the tornado did. You kind of came in, scooped what it needed, and backed up and...
Can we get through
Slide
one
on.
video without you and a mixer reference?
Nope.
What is...
This looks
Remember
like
this
the
part.
video, it looks like they're in Japan, and this is the big hailstorm that's going to occur.
Yeah.
So let's give this a look-see, shall we?
We shall. So casual.
The only part in the movie this guy's got. And he gets hit by the only hailstone.
Spoilers, it hasn't happened yet. Oh!
Nope, he's not the only one.
Not the only one. Wow.
So what do you think would make ice that big? Hailstones that big?
Hailstone's that big. Hail is made in the updrafts. So it's like it falls and then it rises back up and it freezes again, it falls again, rises back up and it freezes again, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. In order to get, I mean, those things are like this big. That would be a really big updraft for a very long, long time to get ice that big.
And it showed consistency that the hailstones were so big that it was killing people or at
Yeah.
a minimum knocking them out. So they have to be really big hailstones.
Yeah.
And not some hailstones that we've seen like or heard about out in the Midwest, the U.S. You know, they're big gorilla size, but sometimes they're mushy
Yeah.
balls of ice, water kind of thing. So when they
Yeah.
hit, they break apart. These look like they're
These are
solid,
solid.
clear.
Which means that it did not
Chunks
melt
of ice.
very much before it refroze again. It stayed up there in like the negative degree temperature for a very long time. So
Right. So these were huge, solid chunks of ice.
I would
It wasn't
assume
even
though,
a ball. It was
yeah.
a chunk.
I would assume though to have like a huge thing like that, in order to keep it up there enough, like you'd be able to tell from the ground that the wind is going straight up at 600 miles an hour.
Cars and buses would be sucked up
Like
vertically.
gravity would go the opposite direction in order to get hail this big. Alright, this one is the huge tsunami scene.
So far we've got tornadoes in LA,
Tornadoes in LA, hail
huge hail in Tokyo,
Tokyo.
and now we're going to get
Tsunami.
massive flooding in New York City. Was there another video that had a massive flooding event in New York City?
New York City's been flooded so many times in Hollywood, I don't know. There's probably a million of them.
Lightning between the buildings.
Beautiful
That's
shot.
awesome. That's creative thinking right there.
I would love to get a picture of that.
It's already flooding.
Subway tunnels must be already flooded.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
There's
Yep.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Wait, the entire city is flooded, but the little Liberty Island isn't?
Now it is.
Now it is! Now it is. Wow. It's gone.
That's pretty impressive graphic-wise. That's pretty cool.
I gotta hand it to the graphic design of this movie.
Yep.
It looks very nice. The lightning looks very accurate. It's not like that weird streak of light.
Yeah, now this is cool. This is cool. Look at like the road right there. It's already flooded, and this comes in. It's just that's really cool.
They did a really good job.
They did a great job with that. And hitting up against the buildings and then filling out amongst all the roads and everything. That's really cool.
They did an awesome job there.
The oblivious bus driver.
There's a janitor in the last one. Now there's a bus driver. It's like, come on, people.
The expendable crewman kind of thing.
That guy just fell backwards. Rolled off the cab. Nice effect. The camera at the water line. I think we're so in awe of the graphics we've forgotten the weather aspect. Like, yeah, it's totally plausible. A tsunami in the middle of New York City.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's still thundering and lightning, and that's somehow become secondary to this huge tsunami that's gonna, bring in 100 feet worth of water through all the downtown area, or maybe higher. But I'm just impressed with this part of the movie. This seems more realistic.
This is totally realistic. I don't know what type of event would cause a huge tsunami in the middle of New York City, but I mean the way they filmed it and like designed it and stuff, that looks accurate.
Yeah, I would suspect some sort of epicenter of would have to be off to the south and east based on the way the coastline is, and then it just would
trucks its way back
almost
up.
A funneling effect from the Cape Cod area all the way down through Jersey and the Delmarva Peninsula, just kind of funneling all that water up into New York City. If it's propagating that way, I could see it getting higher and higher and
it
possibly.
It is a funnel there, so
with
Hurricane Sandy, they had a problem like this, not to this extent, but there was a lot of flooding in especially the coast region of New York City.
Definitely.
So
definitely plausible. That's a cool shot right there. I don't know. Are they gonna make it? It's coming in pretty quick. And it's coming right at them.
Yeah, that glass door will hold fire.
Yep. The revolving glass door always stops everything trying to get human beings, animals, a tsunami.
This one is labeled Instant Ice Freezing Scene.
Now this is set up. This is where it's so cold aloft that it's sinking down because I think the center of the low or whatever, that's where the cold core is going to be.
Yeah.
So that's how they played this up. And so they're at this scene where I think he's carrying his friend that, I forget, passed out or hypothermia or something like that. So he's dragging them along and he's got to get him to safety when this cold plume just starts descending on them.
Nice and calm moment. Oh, this is like the eye of the hurricane thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. You got that huge eye wall of this upper level low.
Cold polar vortex. What didn't they call it?
So we're gonna get into this. Okay, we gotta get into it now.
We gotta get into it.
So, traditionally, low pressure systems. The air is going toward the center of the low and rising in the center of the low. So therefore you have uprising air, condensation, clouds are filling in. Not too many lows that I know of that have a clear core, except for like a hurricane. And the cold core is actually descending in it.
That's so it's got the structure of a low pressure system, but the air motion of a high pressure system.
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess as a hurricane, it would be similar, but, I don't think we've ever seen a cold core system that had a hurricane structure where it's a clear eye.
Hurricanes are warm core structures.
Right.
Warm core systems.
And I think as you see later on in the movie, you see 3 low pressure systems and all of them are land-based.
Right.
Which would be cold core lows and not oceanic low pressure systems like a hurricane would be, where it would form that eye. So maybe some inconsistency there, but it's Hollywood. It's playing up. Yeah, it's playing up on it, and it gives that the core of the storm.
It's coming.
The center of this monster kind of thing. So cool. All right, let's continue watching.
It's almost like caving in on itself. Oh no!
That's right. So now at the same time, we've got these guys here in New York that was finding food and everything. Now they're trying to make it back to the library before the cold air descends. So his father and the father's friend, they're trying to find shelter. These guys are trying to get back to the library. So the cold core of the storm is over those areas, and now everything is going from top down.
But what must be the temperature difference in order for it to like freeze that instantly?
I thought in the movie it said something like it was a minus 150 degrees Fahrenheit. It was cold enough that it was an instant freeze.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cold.
Wow.
Okay, so pay attention. The windows are blowing out. They don't blow out in the library.
You're right. It's just glass raining down on the city, but they're fine.
A WWE moment right there.
No broken glass.
No broken glass.
That's cool.
All the marble freezing up. That's pretty cool.
How's the door gonna stop it?
Metal doors.
Metal conducts cold.
What's happening?
Ah! They're burning books! They're burning books! Part of the movie
no.
kills my soul. Is he in the Wendy's? More books!
The screaming squealiness of the like a ring wraith from Lord of the Rings, just you know, the monster coming in, and we fight it by burning more books.
Oh my goodness, you have you have linked everything wrong with the day after tomorrow. I love it. Have you seen that video?
Yo, I love it.
love that video.
I must watch it at least twice a year, just to keep me
We
grounded.
could talk for a long time about Day After Tomorrow.
We chose some of the clips that have the
More
most
notable clips,
yeah,
yeah.
more notable clips. So
Yeah, they did a really good job at some of the scenes. They pulled it off, and they used. I think this one. I'm trying to remember the exact details of them explaining some stuff in the beginning, but they did actually use actual like scientific reasons as to why things are happening. I don't think it's ever happened in real life that way, but they actually gave meteorological reasoning behind why stuff was happening.
some of the science might be on, some of it might be a little bit off, but it definitely creates a great storyline.
Yeah.
Great entertainment value.
And I think they used meteorology in a way that enhanced the story and set the story and gave a good background instead of just like, oh my gosh, there's this E6000 tornado coming straight at us and EF6000 tornado and we're all gonna die. Let's hide in this barn with the machetes, you know?
Now this came after Twister,
Yeah, Twister was 96.
so it was almost like
they saw the failings of Hollywood.
lessons learned from Twister. I don't know if it's the same producer, same you know
Yeah.
whatever, but it was almost like Twister's kind of set the groundwork
Right.
for this kind of movie making in Hollywood, and this took it to the next level.
So that was our official Meteorologist Reacts to the Day After Tomorrow.
We hope you like what you saw, and please comment below, hit subscribe, and a thumbs up for liking it.
I did the hand motions all backwards, that's fine. We finally got some storms and we have a chance for snow, so don't forget to follow us over on Instagram and Facebook where we'll be posting all of the cool stuff that we see over there. Until next time, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Jim,
Thanks for watching.
and have a great day after tomorrow. Ooh, we get to do our W-2s.